Hello, my name is Jesse Serrano. I'm a junior student here at Missouri S&T, and I'm going to talk to you today about SecPro2, which is a program developed by Dr. Libre for section analysis. It's very helpful when going through the class mechanics of materials and going through anything in statics that you might not remember.
In this video, I'm going to show examples of how to make other sections. These should be helpful when trying to do homework assignments or creating strange sections that you might not be used to. So the first one I'm going to make here is a hollow tube. Now this is pretty simple. We're just going to use two circles. So we'll come down here and grab our circle tool. I'm going to go ahead and just leave the origin at the center here. Same thing with the X and Y. But we're going to make the diameter a little bit different. We're just going to stick with 10 and 10. Put an add section. Now we have a circle in our workspace. And now we want to make it hollow in the center. So to do that, we simply come over here and we're going to make another circle inside of it, but subtract it out. So again, we're going to go from the center of the circle, X and Y are both 0, but we want to have the edge be 1 unit thick. So we're going to go ahead and do an 8 by 8, because there'll be 1 unit here and 1 unit at the bottom. Subtract section, and now we have our tube. Get a hollow circular section here. Alright, now I'm going to clear the workspace and I'm going to go ahead and make another section. Now this one is a simple example of an L-beam that I'm going to make with two rectangular sections, and then I'm going to add a weld in there in the center. Now do know that when analyzing real sections we do not actually account for the weld, but this gives a good example for how to make strange sections. Alright, so the first one we're going to make is the base here. In this one, we're going to select point 2. X and Y are both going to be 0. Select a base of 12 and a height of 2. Go ahead and add section now. Alright, let's make the upper portion of the L bracket now. I'm going to select origin point 2 once again. Make our X value 0 and Y value 2. The base is going to be 2 and the height is going to be 16. Alright, now let's add that little weld in. Now to do this, I'm going to use the quarter circle section. And this I'm going to use point 3. And this is going to be from the center. Now my X coordinate here, I'm going to make 2, and the Y coordinate is also going to be 2, because I want to make sure that it's right here between the two sections, and I don't want it to overlap either one. Now for the diameter, because I can pick the difference here and here, I'm going to go ahead and do so to make it slightly lopsided. So for diameter 1, I'm going to use 2. Diameter 2, I'm going to use 1. Add the section now. You can see there's a slight weld down here. Interesting thing is now this will give us the moment of inertia and all the section properties of it as if there were a small portion here. Now again, if you're analyzing a real section, the weld is not something you take into account for, but this is a good example on how the program can be used to analyze things that are a little different than what you'd expect. I hope these examples were helpful.